Are you on the hunt for a new pillow? Let me guess. You realized recently that your current pillow is really old, or maybe you've been experiencing some neck pain lately and you decided it's finally time to just go ahead and get a new one. So you jump online, you start Googling, and then bam, you are suddenly overwhelmed with literally hundreds of options, ranging wildly in size, material, shape, brand, and most important of all, price. And when you're seeing prices ranging from as little as $10 to as much as $500, you might be left wondering, how much exactly should I be spending on a pillow? Even if it wasn't with pillows, I feel like we've all had that experience shopping online at some point or another, especially with products that you just don't buy very often. Odds are you bought your current pillow quite a few years ago, so it can be hard to know what's a reasonable price, what's dirt cheap, and what is overpriced. Now, I am a certified sleep science coach and I test out new sleep products like pillows every single week. So I'm gonna go over how to choose the best pillow for you and also answer the question in the title of this video: are expensive pillows worth it? But before we can get started, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for lots more sleep content and reviews. All right, let's get started. So, what is a pillow? I know, it sounds like a little bit of a silly question, but I think it's a good place to start. Throughout history and across the world, pillows have been made of a ton of different materials, from the wooden headrests of ancient Egypt and the ceramic pillows of ancient China to our modern pillows made from memory foam or polyester fibers. But no matter what they're made of, the purpose of a pillow ultimately is to keep your head and neck supported while you're sleeping. So that's the most important thing I want you to remember when you're looking for a pillow. Whether it costs $10 or $500, whatever it's made of or whatever brand makes it, the most important thing is that it keeps your head and neck properly supported and aligned while you're sleeping. So when you're thinking about head and neck support, you need to think about your primary sleeping position. Depending whether you sleep on your back, side, or stomach, your head and neck are going to be positioned differently and thus have different support needs. In every sleeping position, you want your head and neck to be in line with the rest of your spine and not craning upwards or dipping too far below. Now, to determine which pillow is going to work for which sleeping type, I like to look at its firmness and its loft, or its height. If you sleep on your side, it's generally best to go with a firm feel and a high loft. This is because your head is higher off the surface of the mattress since you're propped up on your shoulder when you're lying on your side. Body size can have an impact here too. If you have broader shoulders or a larger frame, you'll likely need a really high loft from your pillow to keep your head and neck in line with your spine. If you sleep on your back, your head isn't as far from the surface of the mattress, so it's generally best to go with a medium firmness and a medium loft. You want just enough lift off the mattress and enough support to be aligned, but not to cause any craning. And if you sleep on your stomach, you basically want your pillow to lift your head and neck as little as possible, so it's best to go with a low loft and a soft feel. Since stomach sleepers generally turn to the side to sleep, you want to be extra sure that you aren't craning your neck upwards. That could lead to serious neck pain down the road. With that knowledge in mind, you can start to think about how different materials are going to meet these different needs. And aside from how they feel, some materials will have other qualities that make them desirable, such as a cool to the touch feel, breathability, moisture wicking, softness, or being eco-friendly or organic, and so on. Materials will be one of the main factors that drive up the price of a pillow. If the materials used to make the pillow are more expensive, then logically the pillow is going to be more expensive. So what are some of the most common pillow materials and what are their benefits? First up, let's talk about down. Now, down is probably one of the most well-known pillow materials as it's been used in pillows and bedding for a really long time. Down is the feathers that come from the chest or the underbelly of a bird, so they're really soft and they don't have quills, which is what makes down pillows so soft and cloud-like. It's also a really good insulator, but that can lead to trapping some heat. Now, I'll say it's also quite expensive. I would expect to spend at least around $100 on a down pillow, at least for one that has primarily down fill. There are some cheaper options out there that mix in other kinds of feathers or other types of fill. Next up, down alternatives. Now, either because it's expensive or maybe because it comes from animals, some people might not want down but still want that feeling of down. Hence, down alternatives. Now, down alternatives can be made of honestly just about anything, but it's usually some kind of synthetic fiber. Polyester microfibers are a very common one, for example. Now, down alternatives will usually be pretty soft as well and not too expensive. Next up, memory foam pillows. Now, memory foam pillows come in two main variations, which are memory foam block pillows and shredded memory foam pillows. Now, memory foam block pillows are kind of like memory foam mattresses, just miniaturized into a pillow. It's a block of memory foam as the core of the pillow. Now, these pillows allow for a lot of contouring and deep, slow sinking in. However, memory foam block pillows will also trap a lot of heat as the memory foam uses your body heat to mold around you to give you that deep contouring. Now, shredded memory foam pillows are going to be filled with chopped up pieces of memory foam. Now, these allow for a little bit more moldability than a block memory foam pillow, and they also allow for a little bit more airflow. They're sometimes adjustable too, meaning that you can take out some of the shredded fill to lower the loft of the pillow. There are lots of different types of memory foam out there, some with gel or copper infusions for cooling, and with varying densities that give the pillow a slightly different feel. Now, overall, I would say memory foam pillows tend to be pretty mid-range price-wise, but there definitely can be a lot of variation. Finally, latex. Now, latex pillows are pretty similar to memory foam pillows in that it can either be a block or it can be shredded, as latex is also a type of foam. Latex is derived from rubber trees and turned into foam. Now, latex foam is going to be a lot more bouncy, responsive, and cooling than memory foam, but it's also going to be a little bit more expensive, as it is a more natural material. I would also expect to spend around $100 on a latex pillow, although there can definitely be some variation in price depending on the quality of the latex and if it's mixed with other materials. Now, these are the primary kinds of pillow materials that I've come across, but there are plenty of other kinds out there, as well as hybrid pillows that combine a few different materials into one pillow. As you can see, there is a lot of variation in these types of materials and their pros and cons, as well as their prices. And that leads me back to the original question of this video: are expensive pillows worth it? The short answer is maybe. I know, it's not the most satisfying answer, and it's definitely not a hot take, but I think it's the truth. Price isn't going to be the best determinant of how good a pillow is going to be for you. It's so much more important to understand how a pillow is going to work for your sleeping position, and if it's going to meet your other needs, such as being cooling or being machine washable. No matter how much a pillow costs, I definitely recommend doing some research into the materials it's made with, and if you can, test it out before buying, or take advantage of the risk-free sleep trials that many online brands offer. Quick shameless plug here, we've reviewed a lot of pillows here at Sleepopolis, so if you want to learn more about any particular pillows, you can find our in-depth reviews here on our YouTube channel or over at sleepopolis.com. Well folks, that's it for this video. I hope you found it helpful, and if you still have any remaining questions about pillows, leave them in the comment section or head on over to sleepopolis.com. We have a ton of information about different pillows, different pillow materials, we've got reviews, and some exclusive coupons. All right, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.